Nestled in a valley southeast of Dresden, the town of Glashütte doesn't look like a place where revolutions happen. Surrounded by pine forests and Saxon serenity, it feels more like a forgotten watercolor than the birthplace of a global legacy. But for nearly 2 centuries, this quiet corner of Germany has done something extraordinary. It has measured, guarded, and shaped time itself. The story begins in the 19th century, in the aftermath of collapse. Glashütte was once a mining town, but by the 1840s, its silver veins had dried up. Poverty, unemployment, and hunger gripped the region. Desperate to revive the area, the Saxon government backed a bold new idea: replace mining with mind and hands. They turned to a young watchmaker named Ferdinand Adolf Lange, who had trained in Paris and worked among Switzerland's finest. But Lange returned to Germany not just with skills, he came back with a vision. In 1845, armed with a loan and 11 apprentices, Lange opened a workshop in Glashütte. His plan was not just to build watches, it was to build an industry. Instead of importing everything, Lange emphasized specialization. Local craftspeople would each master one part: gears, escapements, plates, springs. By dividing the labor and investing in education, he transformed a struggling village into a center of precision engineering. It was the Swiss model, reimagined in Saxon soil, and it worked. Others followed. Julius Essmann, Moritz Grossmann, and Adolf Schneider set up workshops. The region became known for its distinctive 3/4 plates, hand-engraved balance clocks, and functional beauty. By the turn of the 20th century, Glashütte was more than a place. It was a benchmark of German horology. The watches were practical, durable, and refined. They were built not just to impress, but to endure. But then came the break in the rhythm. First World War, then hyperinflation, then a second war that left the region bombed and broken. In 1945, as Germany was divided, Glashütte was pulled behind the Iron Curtain. The Soviets dismantled what remained of the town's watchmaking infrastructure and later nationalized the industry under East German control. The names Lange, Essmann, and Grossmann disappeared. Innovation was replaced by uniformity. Creativity was rationed. The legacy dimmed, but it never went dark. Then, history turned again. When the Berlin Wall fell in 1989, Glashütte stood at a crossroads. And from the rubble of the past, a name returned. Walter Lange, the great-grandson of Ferdinand, came back to the town his family helped build. With backing from IWC and German investors, he built a Lange & Söhne from scratch. In 1994, the brand released its first post-reunification collection, the Lange 1. With its offset dial, outsized date, and impeccable finishing, didn't just mark a comeback, it lit a fire. German watchmaking was back. Today, Glashütte is home to a constellation of world-class brands: a Lange & Söhne, Glashütte Original, Nomos, Moritz Grossmann, Tutima, and Mühl Glashütte. Each one carries forward the town's commitment to detail, discipline, and artistry. But in a world where Swiss-made can sometimes mean assembled elsewhere, Glashütte protects its name with something more powerful than marketing: law. Under German regulations, any watch bearing the name Glashütte on its dial must have at least 50% of the movement's value produced within the town itself. Not sourced or outsourced, made here. Critical stages like gear cutting, decoration, assembly, and finishing must happen in this valley, with these tools, by these hands. The law draws a clear line. Glashütte isn't just a name, it's a promise. Because in Glashütte, watchmaking isn't just an industry, it's inheritance. It's the story of a town that rose from silver dust to steel precision, that endured war, division, and reinvention, and still chose excellence every time. Here, time isn't just told, it's made, carefully, patiently, and always with pride.